Very closely. Jayed-Leigh, have they now done or finished with Cheryl Zondi? It seems as though they have.
Yes, they have. We actually adjourned for the week now. We'll see the State Prosecutor will bringing a new witness to the stand. And this is predominantly because Judge Mandela Makahula wants Zondi to return back to Johannesburg. You would know that she's a student at UJ and she's currently writing exams and she missed one paper on Monday. So he urged that they make provision for her to return back to Johannesburg and then a new witness will be called. But just looking at the proceedings for today, it was very sad to see Zondi breaking down several times during court proceedings while Doberman, the defense advocate Doberman was, grueling her. He wanted to know why she was smiling during several videos and photographs of her church crusade while she was a part of the choir, the Grace Galaxy, and she toured South Africa as well as overseas. And he asked her that, for someone that was so disturbed by what had happened by the hands of Omotoso, she didn't seem as if she was affected by anything as she was smiling. And she hit back quite hard, saying that she hid her pain, she hid her disdain against Timothy Omotoso. Nompu.
So, Jayed-Leigh, when does she say she confided in her mother? Because for a long time she kept that away from her.
That's very true. Defense advocate Peter Doberman asked her who was the first person that she confided in, and then she went to telling the court that she spoke to friends, some of the congregants as well, but the first person that she spoke to about the sexual assault by the hands of Timothy Omotoso was a friend called Malusha, and she told Malusha everything that occurred. And Malusha, who was a part of the church, had said to Cheryl Zondi that she knew that what she was saying is true. Cheryl didn't actually ask her why she knew that it was true, but Malusha was the person that she spoke to. Eventually, after that, Nompu, she confided in her mother, saying that when she left the church, there was a pastor, a previous pastor, who had sexually assaulted her, but she also made it known to court that she never said who he was. She said her mother used her discretion and figured it out, and that is when they sought psychological help for her. She spoke to a psychiatrist. She also detailed how she started drinking and she wore black clothes. She was very, very depressed, and she fell into the wrongs of the world. She wanted to take her life as well. All this came out during court.
And lastly, Jayed-Leigh, what's the beef between the judge and the defense lawyer? They seem to have quite an abrasive relationship. I don't know if it's the approach of Mr. Doberman in terms of his questioning of the witness. But as we were coming out of that live broadcast that you were doing, they were arguing about the process. And where are we going to next?
That's very true. And, I actually have a guest with me who's going to unpack that very quickly for us. I am joined by the National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson here in the Eastern Cape, Tsepo Ndwalaza. Tsepo Ndwalaza, obviously, before we adjourned, we saw a bit of a scuffle between Judge Mandela Makahula and Defense Advocate Peter Doberman. We've been watching the interaction play out. With regards to the documents and with regards to what the defense want from the state, are these just delaying tactics, or what is the story there?
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. As the NPA, we believe that definitely the defense is trying to come up with tactics to unsettle us as the NPA. And of course, we have seen how they have been cross-examining the witness and of course trying to unsettle her. But we all have seen how strong she is, and you can tell that she's in pain. She was traumatized by the whole situation. But of course, because she's got guts, and you can tell that she's telling her story, and everybody is really mellowing up to her because of the manner in which she's handling the whole thing. And as the NPA, we believe that she's on the right path, and we've seen how the line of questioning that we listened to when Doberman was cross-examining her. At some stage, even the judge had to intervene, and we really believe that Cheryl has done a great job, but for now, she's got to go, as we hear that she's going to write exams. And we wish her all the best. And of course, the judge also gave her that opportunity, and he even also wished her well in her exams. And we're going to start with another witness on Monday, and until she comes back, and we will be working on that one.
Very quickly, Mr. Ndwalaza, just looking at the documentation that the defense want from the state, they said they were not furnished with this. And this is the second time that we've actually seen this occurring during the trial where the defense have asked for documentation. As it stands now, is it a delaying tactic? Does the state still have a watertight case? Just take us through that.
Listen, we know that we have a strong case. We believe that, and we know it. And remember, this is the first witness. We've got about 49 witnesses that are coming from us. And we believe that they are going to show the world what happened. And we still have a very strong case. We are not worried about that, and we will do our job very well. We see what Mr. Doberman is trying to do. But of course, we were expecting it as the NPA. At the end of the day, a defense lawyer will try all tricks in the books so that they can get away with crime. That's basically it. And we believe that we're going to do this case very well. And come the final time when we're going to be here in this court, and we believe that we're gonna win the case.
Thank you very much for your time. Well, then, Nompu, that was the National Prosecuting Authority spokesperson here in the Eastern Cape. Tsepo Ndwalaza just unpacking that, relationship between Judge Mandela Makahula as well as Defence Advocate Peter Doberman, but also cementing the fact that the state has a watertight case. It's back to you in studio.
Thanks very much, Jayed-Leigh, for that report. Nsinga?